Hello out there, I'm Camille, the Communications Director for the Committee to elect Tawnya Morris for Mayor of Southfield. Welcome back to 10 Minutes with Tawnya. In today's episode, we will discuss small business development in Southfield with our candidate Tawnya Morris and a few special guests. Hey Tawnya, would you introduce yourself to some of our new viewers and the guests that you have with you today?
Hello everyone, I'm Tawnya Morris, candidate for Mayor of Southfield, Michigan. Thank you for tuning in. With me this evening are Bianca Wilson and Morgan Bates. Ladies, would you please introduce yourselves?
Sure. My name is Morgan Bates. I am a senior electronics buyer for an automotive supplier. And then I've also started a event planning and design company, Morgan Tailored Events, LLC.
Awesome.
Hi, Tawnya. I'm Bianca Wilson. I am the CEO of Umbrellex Behavioral Health Services. We are a behavioral health services company that offers an array of services. We offer residential programs for adults with disabilities and mental illness. We also work with local courts to provide court order treatment to individuals. We also provide individual and group therapy for families. We also provide community living services and respite services also for individuals with disabilities.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you both for being here this evening.
Thank you, Tawnya, and welcome to the show, Bianca and Morgan. Now, Tawnya, today's question for you and your guest is, small businesses are the lifeblood of our communities, and it's important that businesses have access to equal opportunities. Now, what obstacles have you seen for small businesses in Southfield, and what plans can be put in place to help level the playing field?
Okay, I'll go first. Many of our small business owners have limited access to capital, if any, and they don't have access to capacity building resources, so they often struggle to sustain themselves. They sometimes have a hard time identifying office or retail space in the city that's visible to their customer base, and when they do find space, it's kind of tough to get over that hurdle of securing a facility lease or purchasing a building. Another obstacle I've seen is that they don't typically get access to contracting opportunities within the city of Southfield in particular. Many of the same businesses get the same contracts repeatedly, which keeps small businesses pretty much locked out. Bianca and Morgan, what are some of the barriers or obstacles you've been faced with as women business owners?
I could just kind of talk about a recent experience where my partners and I were trying to identify a lease space for a new, business opportunity, and just not only in Southfield but different surrounding cities that we have looked into to purchase and also lease a building. We were often overlooked, even though we met certain financial requirements. And really, when we had questions, and asking why we weren't selected, we kind of never really got, a solid answer. So for me, I think about being an African-American business owner. When I go into, different suburban cities, I would like to see more minority business owners. So I don't know, when you think about what is it that, we could do as a society, maybe even making owners who own buildings and commercial property, maybe having to have a certain number of minority businesses within their districts that could maybe help us, break into certain areas.
Mm-hmm. Well, can I say the plan that you presented, did you get an opportunity to have somebody else look at that or review it, so to be like, oh, wow, this is great. You've got, the right amount of years of experience. You've got the, good financing backing. You got a strong team. This should really seal the deal. Did you get a chance to do that? Or?
Yes, we actually worked with lawyers, and even again, the people, the owners of the commercial real estate looked at our packages, and they always complimented us on how well we presented our business plan, having the financials and everything together. But again, they never went with our team. So it just, it kind of makes you feel as if sometimes maybe your business is not wanted, in that area. It just kind of it doesn't feel good sometimes, especially when you find out the different business owners who were accepted, into those areas. And again, so I just would like to see more, maybe a requirement of a percentage, how many Black owned businesses, are in this area. So maybe that could help, or even women, the investment group that I particularly work with is all women. So that was, another, minority in business.
Yeah, thank you for that discussion. I know that the council previously has been in discussions about developing a community benefits ordinance, and something like what you just suggested could possibly be something that could be in there that would ensure that, a certain number of African American or small and minority and women-owned businesses do get access to opportunities. So thank you for sharing that. How about you, Morgan?
Well, it's funny actually that you mentioned that, because I feel like I can relate to that 1,000%. So, like I said, I do work full time, but I also have an event planning and design company. Of course, one of the next steps in this business does seem to be to open up a commercial space, an event space. So over the past, I don't know, maybe 2 years, we've been trying to secure a space. And of course, many things have happened over the past 2 years, one primarily being COVID. And when I first started looking at spaces, that's when COVID first hit. But at the beginning stages, one being, yes, Black, two being African American, and then three appearing to be so young, I think we were very much so underestimated on what we were trying to do. So I do feel as if the more people that I talk to, the more experience that I gain and what to say, and the more knowledge that I gain. But I do feel as if time after time after time, we found the perfect space or something that's near perfect, and we weren't given the right opportunity. Because honestly, immediately when people hear that you want to have an event space, there's a specific stereotype that's associated with being Black and having an event space, and the type of events that people expect that you're going to be conducting. And for me, one thing that did help is to have my website. People have complimented me on my website and said, okay, you are doing more than the other people or other planners that have approached us. And that kind of gave me a push ahead, saying, okay, she's serious. She is more so about the business. But even still, securing the space, I don't feel as if we've been taken seriously. And people don't expect that we have business credit or that we have any business knowledge. Even me, I mean, I have an MBA. I went to college. People don't expect that. They think I just throw some centerpieces on the table, but I have no education, and we're underestimated. So it's definitely been hard to secure a space commercially. But in addition to that, I always think, okay, if I have the space, I need to hire people to run the space. And hiring has been a concern. Hiring with my business, just doing a lot of the small things that not that I don't want to do, but I just don't have the time to do. And I think as a small business owner, we stretch ourselves so thin, and we want to do this, we want to do that. And we have to learn to delegate for longevity. Otherwise, we run ourselves to the ground, and these bigger businesses, they win at the end of the day because we're not taking the extra step to hire on a team and delegate some of those tasks.
Well, I like what you just said. That leads me right into my next point. I really like that. Thank you. So well spoken. One of the things that I would like to do to kind of meet the needs of some of our small business owners is to create an office of small business engagement. Like you said, sometimes our small business owners work so hard on the day-to-day that you don't have the opportunity to plan or, research or hire. And so I think an Office of Small Business Engagement would provide access to various tools and resources to help strengthen small, minority, and women-owned businesses. We can create workshops and programs to help them learn how to successfully compete for contracts. We definitely want to track and monitor our diverse spending with the city to help us develop strategies to increase supplier diversity. We want to be able to level the playing field We also will develop public and private partnerships, right? Partnerships with philanthropy and universities that could provide mentoring, funding, interns, or other shared supports, and just be a connector of resources to help our businesses grow and thrive. Small businesses are very important to our growth and moving our city forward. Our economic health lies on you guys' success. And I'm a strong advocate for small, minority, and women-owned businesses, and have made them a strategic part of my platform as a candidate for Mayor of Southfield. So thank you all for being here today. I appreciate you.
What an amazing conversation. Thank you, Tawnya. Thank you to our special guest, and thank you for tuning in. For more information about the campaign, make sure you log on to morrisformayor.com. That's Morris, the number 4, mayor.com. Until next time, we'll see you soon.